We want to make sure, as a project moving forward, as a team, as a community, we tell you what we're going to do, we'll do it, and then we'll remind you that we've done it. So for everyone that has supported us for the past couple of weeks on Twitter and numerous social channels, we thank you. I tweeted out the other day, this morning, a day in crypto feels like a week. I tweeted out this morning saying I've made a mental note of everyone who has supported us and how that hasn't gone unnoticed. I've also made a mental note of everyone who hasn't supported us, and that hasn't gone unnoticed. And I can promise you this month, those who have supported us, you will be looked after. And those who haven't, they'll be looked after as well. And that's my evil laugh. So with that being said, we open up conversations. That's why we're here every week. So you can ask your difficult, your unsettling questions. Every investment means something to all of us. The money that you have put into this project is money that you have taken away from your family, from your friends, from your own selfish wants and desires, hoping that in the future you can have so much more. And we acknowledge that. And that's why we come here every week, to let you know the work that we're doing in silence, to let you know there's a lot more work that we're doing in silence. Ultimately, we learn as well for one of these AMAs. So don't hesitate, as always, to leave your ideas in the idea channel. We'll be answering popular questions that have been starred throughout the week. Eric and Luke, I believe Eric's just arriving, so he'll be setting up in just a second. So whilst we're waiting, we're going to put down some lo-fi music for everyone to relax to. Make yourself a cup of tea if you're in the UK. Make yourself a coffee. And speak of the devil, he will appear. How you doing, Eric?
I was just listening to you in the crowd, so I've been here for a few minutes.
Well, I hope you...
Jordan, you muted there, buddy.
Where's Jordan gone?
He was right in the middle of saying something really nice, too.
He was as well. I was just sat there listening as well. How you doing, Eric?
Pretty good, man. How you doing today?
Yeah, I'm very well, man. Very well. Very well. You back, Jordan? I think Jordan's having technical issues. All right, cool. So, thanks for coming, everyone. Apologies for the pause there. Eric and I have been really busy recently. Now, some of you may have seen we hosted an event with the UK Startup Investment and Innovation Council on Saturday. It was an amazing event. We had a really good time. And are you back, Jordan?
Can we hear me loud and clear?
Loud and clear. Lovely.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Sorry, you were saying?
I was saying, I've seen your message, Luke. I'm going to get that to you straight away.
Thank you, man.
You're welcome.
Superstar. So, I'll mute you because I'm getting feedback. Lovely. So we were hosting an event at the University of Surrey at the weekend. It was a fantastic event. Myself, Joe, and Tyrese attended. We had the most amazing time. We met some amazing people. There are some really, really hot projects out there. And we've met some amazing investors as well. There really is a lot of money out there as well. Now, as we are Phoenix Community Capital, we are a Reflections token, but we are also developing, an incubator to develop Web3. That's become our primary focus, and we've become a development powerhouse. We have some amazing projects being developed, and as we grow, these are going to come more and more. It's really nice actually to see how excited everyone was in the room, and yeah, it was good. So Eric, you there? Eric?
Yes, I'm here. Sorry, I had my microphone muted. What's going on, man?
Not much, man. Not much. So I just gave him a little bit of a brief about Surrey. It's barely been 36 hours from the event. So, we are still processing and following up on the contacts made there. So I mean, people are gonna hear more about it in the weeks ahead. We were going to speak about the token price at the moment and the issues. Did you want to talk about that?
I think Jordan covered it already, kind of in the intro. Sort of it's. I think the important thing for everyone to know is that this is a phase 1 of this initiative, and phase 2 is when the profits from these corporations that we're building start flowing in. Right. So there's sort of an idea in crypto that everything has immediate, amazing returns. I posted a video from Twitter that was very, very thoughtful and very thorough and very, I think, spot on and fair, that I posted in general chat yesterday. And I think that's probably the best way to look at this, is that a lot of people need to realize we're still really, really early. DeFi as a service doesn't work. The returns aren't good enough to offset the rewards. So you need something better. Unfortunately, better takes a little bit longer to get going. Now we have Swapsicle pre-sale that went live, last week, like end of last week. That went really well. The pre-sale went really well. And so that's step 1 in the direction we're going. There's a lot of stuff, like Luke said, and like Jordan said earlier, there's a lot of stuff where the ink is not dry yet. We can't make announcements until the proper paperworks have been signed, contracts are in place. We don't want anything. We don't want, like Jordan said, we don't want to announce something as a partnership or a new project or a new business opportunity, and then it fall through on the other side. And then, well, we told you something that's not true. So we're waiting until ink is dry on contracts before we announce. But we've got a lot of stuff that we're working on. I don't want anyone to have any false pretenses or expectations that Luke and I are just sitting around doing nothing, watching TV, playing video games all day. The entire team is working their tails off constantly, weekends, nights, all day. It's a lot of work to get where we're going, and we're going to get there, and it's going to be really, really good in the near term. But people need to understand that that's still probably a couple of weeks away from the start, and then it matures and grows as we go along and gets better. That's about it.
Yeah, it is. We throughout this journey, we've been excited, because if you look at what we achieved, we walked into really, really hard, horrible place in DeFi. Eric and I came under a lot of pressure at the start, and we created this amazing. It's a movement, guys. We created a movement, and the Phoenix Knights along the way have been a wonderful support to us. But we don't want to. We're not hype boys. We don't want to hype you up. That's not what we're about. We're about letting our actions do the talking. We want to make sure that we deliver on our promises, and to ensure that we do that. We do ask for patience from you for these announcements. But when they come, I think you're going to like them. I do. Eric does. We're really excited. I get a talk on how to grow internationally and 10x your business, and there were some great minds in there as well giving their advice. And you'll be able to see that we'll be sharing the videos soon. You'll be able to see it, and bringing these ideas just back into the room. It's not just about money in crypto. It's about great minds working together and approaching problems and attaching solutions to those problems. And we've got now the tools to create solutions, which is exciting for us.
Very exciting. Luke, could you take a moment just to explain? So I'm from America. University of Surrey doesn't really mean a whole lot to me. Can you explain sort of what the University of Surrey is, what they do, and why it's a big deal that they're collaborating with us?
Yeah, man. So Guildford is a town in London that is a town in England that you won't have heard of, right? No one really talks about it. It's on the Surrey border. It's just kind of a place that's forgotten in England. However, it is the gaming centre for the UK. Now, the UK gaming scene is huge. Our developers in the UK have created some of the most amazing games. and especially out of Guildford, there's been. I'll share an article about it. Now, the University of Surrey is the leading innovation technology centre in the UK. It's up there with MIT in America. These guys are really really pushing into new areas in tech. They love our vision for Web3 and where we want to take it. And you know, the fact that they're able to entertain a collaboration conversation at this stage is fantastic for us. So we're going to be working with them on. We're going to be putting on more events as the year goes on, and hopefully speaking to more educational establishments within the UK, because yeah, man, it's an important time for Web3, and you know, collaboration is key at this stage. We have to move forward as a unit. It's about mutual growth and development at this stage. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's, you know, this is pushing forward for society. So it's a nice place to be able to be on the precipice of change, and to have your voice in the room is a really important place to be. And obviously it supports and develops the vision of Phoenix Community Capital, and what we're trying to achieve in our roadmap.
It definitely does. And I've shared the link to the University of Surrey in the general chat, so people can do your own research.
Yeah, I thought it was worth mentioning because, you know, because someone says like, oh yeah, we're doing an event there, and we're trying to collaborate and looking to do more work than just hosting events in the future. But it's probably important to notice maybe the greater audience. If you're not in the UK, you don't even. I'm sad to say it. I've never heard of the University of Surrey before you guys decided to go host an event over there. So I just were like, okay, cool, great. What does that mean? And so that's the so what is the question that needs to be answered for the broader audience. So thank you for doing that.
No, my pleasure, man. My pleasure. It's it's nice. It's nice. I think, do you know what? We need to just go back to the Swap School team actually, and just talk about them, because what these guys have created is absolutely phenomenal. It's currently sat on Certic's desk waiting for well, they're auditing it as we speak, I believe, which is fantastic. So they'll be able to deploy with their code audited, which is awesome for them. So well done to those guys, man. Like Lee, Al, have created an absolute powerhouse of a project. Their roadmap is clear as well, and once this launches and they get to develop their project too, they are pushing into a really exciting realm as well. So, you know, the fire is burning, and it's burning well. And now we have two teams fighting for similar goals. So, yeah, no, well done, Lee and Al. Great work out there. It's going to be a huge success. The whitelist was an absolute success. They made some amazing numbers in a very, very quick time. So, you know, we'll let them share them, but 10 out of 10 to them, 10 out of 10. On top of that as well, we've just actually, sorry, it's not sure whether, what do you reckon, Eric? Should we talk about it?
Talk about it?
I don't know. What is it?
Well, you just messaged me.
Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Shall we? Yeah, cool. So we've been working with Certic for a long time now. Obviously, they audited our code, and we sent them some more code to audit. They've been really impressed with the way we've done business so far and everything that's happened. And we're now working in partnership with Certic. It's great news for us. It means that we have a dedicated team ready to work with us whenever we need. It means we get 24-hour support, and you know, there's no queue for us at all, which is wonderful. So it means that moving forward, we're in a brilliant place from a security element on our smart contracts. We are working with the gold standard, and we're working with them at a very, very, very good level. So yeah.
Yeah, so the team that we're working with only has 3 projects or 3 companies that they work with. We're one of 3. All right. So we don't. So when someone says they want to get a CertIC audit done, and most of you will know this if you've seen other projects claim that they're going to get one done, but then it takes months to get along in the list. We bypass the list and go straight to CertIC. We have our own dedicated team there. They love the way we work. They love our transparency, our legitimacy. That's what stuck out from day one. It was a much needed change, and they were more than happy to fast track us because of it. So that's
Nice.
the level of dedication we have now.
It's a nice place to be, man, to know that we've got that level of support. So that allows us to operate, with confidence, because we know that whatever we can bring to market, CertIC can try and break first. And it means if it is outlandish and it doesn't work, then we find out first. And it's obviously a greater way of doing business. Yeah.
Can we go? Sorry, go ahead.
Carry on.
I thought you were done. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it was.
Okay, great. So can we go back to the Surrey, University of Surrey? There was a lot of different people there. And I know there's a lot of stuff we can't talk about publicly yet, but can you give us an idea of how many, not just a ballpark number, how many meaningful relationships and potential investments were discovered at that event?
I now have 27 meetings lined up over the next 4 days.
Wow.
I've got a really, really, really busy 4 days on the back of that. That was there was 10 billion of assets in that room. It was huge. So
the audience wasn't a bunch of students sitting around a room listening to you give a lecture. This was investors who actually came in with investment capital to spend.
Correct. Yeah.
To make sure we paint the right picture for the people that are listening.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, we didn't go in, and it wasn't, us chatting to students on a Saturday afternoon. This was lecturers, business associates. This was hedge fund managers, investment brokers. This was startups. This was, these startups they're raising funding of 10, 15 million pounds. These are products ready to go to market, world-changing projects that are walking into here. And these are high-level investors, like some billions under management. It was a very, very lovely event. It was our event. We put it on. We sponsored it. It was just an absolutely amazing day. Shout out to our events manager, man. He nailed that.
Yeah,
we'll certainly have to. I'll go on next. Sorry.
I was going to say we were the sole sponsors of that, right? We didn't have any other sponsorship with that, or did we?
Swap's cool. And Seed Legal, who are they're legal advice house in the UK. Check them out. Absolutely brilliant team there.
Okay, Jordan. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. You're free to speak.
It's absolutely fine. I was getting excited because I can't wait for the community to meet Balbir, hopefully our events manager, and for us to actually publish our calendar, because we've got some incredible events lined up. Luke, I know you alluded to a number of countries that will be in this year, and it goes without saying we'll be doing in-person meetups.
Definitely.
We have nothing to hide. In fact, I personally can't wait to meet and greet you all, to know exactly how we're impacting your lives, and more importantly, we learn from every single one of you as well. So we'll let you know well in advance where we're going to be. It's not always going to be in Dubai, sadly, but fortunately it might be in your back garden very soon. So as we move forward, fellas, are there any other announcement you want to cover before we go into the AMA questions?
I don't know.
There's going to be. There's one more. There's one more. There's going to be, in the coming days, you will see in the Discord server some changes. We're going to start enabling or enacting a validation system where certain chat rooms will only be available for validated Nest holders, and then general chat will be the basic, sort of a stomping ground for everybody to join in the general discussion. But there will be other chat rooms that will only be available for verified, validated Nest holders. So Don't get alarmed if you see some changes. The team is working on the most seamless way to do this, but there's going to be some interaction required and some disruption on a small scale, maybe individual disruptions here and there. So don't get alarmed if you see anything on the Discord server. We're just going to make it a little bit tidier and dedicate some spaces for just the verified holders.
Eric, if you don't mind me jumping in, I know the first question everyone's going to be asking is why. So why have we made this move?
Well, yeah. So there's a lot of chat that happens, and we're not sure. Some people are just the types that want to see the world burn and laugh at everyone who's on fire. And so we're trying to limit and minimize some of that interaction in different chat rooms with people who aren't even invested in this project. They're just here to cause chaos because that's what they enjoy doing. So that's the main driver behind it. Is there any other reasons, Jordan, that we can think of?
I think that's a really fair point to make, because we have to understand that, okay, we've got 7,000 Phoenix Knights in here. We have, thank you to FlowFlow, who tracks daily the data, about 5,000 wallets with at least one nest. And we know there's people out there with multiple wallets. That there's people who do come in here who will have an agenda. And my heart always goes out to people who take the time out of their life to hate on a project and to engage in that. Putting my philosophical hat on, time is one resource we can't get back. And it will never, ever, ever process right with me how a human can take away the time they could give to their loved ones to go seek out a project they don't like and speak bad on it. And for those people, and I think Luke taught me this best, we need to give them a hug because something's going wrong at home for them. Like, in all honesty, like all of us here, we've all decided to be here because we're excited and we're happy and we're feeling good. And
we're here for love.
Yeah, and if someone's taken the time to, we use the quotations, FUD a project, and not just ours, any, something's not going well at home because for whatever reason they can't spend their time doing something they enjoy. Instead, they want to seek pleasure, bringing others down. So just a little message to all of you, let's make positivity louder. We encourage questions. We don't shy away from the tough ones. But the reason why, we are bringing in this verification is to ensure that those asking questions, you're the ones with skin in the game. And as our social media manager put out recently, and I'll finish with this, we're not here to please everyone. We're here to please our investors.
Yeah, man.
So, go on, Luke. I know you want to jump in.
No, just saying hate is going to hate, man. That's fine. Yeah, we're cool with that. Like, you don't have to like us. It's fine, right? The ones that like us, we love you, man. The ones that don't like us, we love you too. You just carry on doing you, but just keep it kind. That's all. That's all we got to be. We just got to be kind to each other. There's no room for hate. It's mutual development now, right? It's about pushing forward together because the world's changing. Yeah, smart cities are happening. Yeah, governments are looking into CBDCs. Like, there's a whole, they're talking regulation. Like, Web3's here to stay and it's going to grow. And do we want to be on the front foot and be pioneers and innovators in the space? Yeah, we do. That's why we're here. So let's go and do that, right? And if people don't like that, that's cool. You don't have to like it, but you don't have to tell us, right? Just keep it to yourself, man, and go and focus on loving your family and growing your community because your energy is better spent elsewhere. All right, don't worry about us. We're cool. But we love you, man.
No doubt. No doubt.
Haters gonna hate. That's it.
Poetic justice. Feel free to tweet that out, everyone. Haters gonna hate. And then tag Luke. Okay, make sure he gets all that
Thanks, boys.
Let's ruin his notification.
Great.
Oh, brilliant. So, Eric, thank you for that that impactful announcement, and it goes without saying, everyone, do not fear. We know there'll be teething issues and we're going to have fail safes in place that, although we'll try our hardest to automate the process, we know a few people will fall through the cracks. And it won't be a case of a deadline, no one can get in. We'll make sure there's a ticket system like we already have, where easy will be verified and all members will be noticeable. We've discussed, with like a verified tick, so that the general chat will still be open to everyone. So, you might find a few people who aren't so positive. And again, we're not just saying positivity is only allowed in here, but in terms of constructive. But then all the other channels, minus general chat, will be verified members. So you know who you're engaging with. And I think that's really important because
Indeed.
as we announce phase 2, as Eric's alluded to, things are going to get fun. And we're going to make sure that we look after everyone who's trusted us. So, question time, fellas.
Yep. Let's do it.
Now, I'll go one for one, just like we did back in Dubai. And Eric, I'll start with you. And if you want to hand it over to Luke, of course you can.
Sure.
So,
so Luke answers all the questions. I'm going to go eat a cheeseburger.
Oh, man.
All right. Have fun, Luke.
Question number 1 for you, Eric. The team has mentioned that they have some tools to help alleviate the sell pressure. When do you expect to deploy these methods, Eric?
Yeah, it's a good question. It's come up several times in the Discord server. So the first thing we did when we created this project was we looked at the tokenomics of some of the other projects that were similar and already existed in the space. And we looked at the internal economic policy within how tokens flow where and what they're used for. And we saw a lot of waste in those tokenomics. So we removed a lot of that. So if you've seen Showtime's video as a deep dive into DeFi as a service, I believe, or something along those lines, it was about, 2 months ago, he released it. He talked about finding built-in sell pressure that was in something like the 55 to 50% range. Like every time you created a node on one of these other projects, it automatically creates a 50% sale on what you just deposited. So you could almost never escape. It was like a black hole. You could never escape. We got rid of almost all of that to the point where it was like, okay, we cut it in half and got it down to like, 5 to 25%. And the 25, the remaining 20% on the 5% was a manual adjustment that was done on our end internally in the team. And we keep that at a low. So right now, the inherent sell pressure in the project is really only 5%. That's it. That's all that's there. So that's part of what we meant when we said we had lower sell pressure. We also have some tools in place. One of the ones that gets brought up a lot is bonding. So if you guys are familiar with the Ohm, Olympus DAO, and all the Ohm forks, you're probably familiar with the concept of bonding for token sales. And that's how they would raise funds for their reserve currency. It's called a treasury. I don't know what they called it, but a vault maybe. We have that. It's currently available. It only works in the way that we need to use it during buybacks. That's it. It's the only place it works is during buybacks. So we're not doing buybacks right now because we're still cash flow. We're not cash flow positive on some of these investments. And so until we become cash flow positive on the investments and start doing buybacks, there's really no benefit to releasing a bonding. It's actually kind of a downside because what you see in the market is equilibrium, and things want to be in equilibrium and be the same in all areas. So what if we released it now? It would create a sort of a position where the market would sort of shift to match that later. So it's an interesting concept we're working on for the buyback portion. I mean, other than that, right now we're still young, as I pointed out earlier. Phase 1 is fundraising. This is what we're raising. We're raising funds for the capital for the ventures that we're funding, and then those ventures, when they eventually mature, will feed the money back in, and that's where the buybacks happen, and that's where you'll see positive price action from the investments. The thing that I mentioned earlier about DeFi as a service doesn't work because it's not the returns aren't big enough. It doesn't work because the returns are not big enough. You can't do anything. It's like throwing an ice cube in the ocean. It doesn't do anything. So what we had to do was look at how do we make the biggest impact with the smallest amount of capital so that we can get larger pools of money back in for the buybacks. And that's what we're working on right now. It's intense effort on a daily basis. And most weeks we don't even take a day off. I struggle with maybe 6 to 8 hours of personal time a week. And I know Luke's probably in the same position. And a lot of our team members are in the same position. So a lot of effort going into that. But the sell pressure, there's nothing we can do to reduce it any further at this point that I'm aware of. I'm open to ideas. and we do look at the ideas. So if you've got ideas, let me know. I'll tell you one thing that we're not going to do is handicap our investors.
Yeah.
And I posted this in the Discord yesterday. If the only thing you can come up with is some type of a penalty for investors selling tokens, then you're not going to have many investors, right? So that feels wrong to me on an ethical and moral stance, that you come in, you get one thing, and then we switch it to another, and then we start penalizing people for realizing gains on their own investments. So yeah, not looking forward to any suggestions about, put a 80% tax on anyone that sells more than 2 tokens or some goofy stuff like that. Like we're not here to penalize people. If they want to take profit and sell it, if they want to take the tokens and sell them, then that's their prerogative. It's like any other investment. You don't get penalized for selling stock in a company. So I don't agree with it. I don't think that's the way to go.
Thank you for sharing your 2 cents, Eric. Yep. And a good reminder to everyone that, we are here to make money, both as a business, and we also want to make sure that our investors, are encouraged to take profits. And, on that note, I know our whales get hit a lot, like, the whales are selling in large. And what we have to understand is it goes well beyond the whales. And this protocol is not going to survive on what our whales do or don't do. Right? We have to understand that we are building something which no one's ever done before. Of course, that comes with risk. The downside's minimal and the upside's tremendous. So as we move forward, this is a moment in time where we'll look back and it will tell a story. And as we now move on to the next question.
Let me just add into that story, actually, Jordan.
Please do.
So we saw negative price action, and we've been seeing it for a while, and we've been looking into it, and we've been trying to ascertain the cause. Now, what we've been doing within is planning for V3. We're planning our V3 smart contract. We're going to change in the way the tokenomic works. We think we found something groundbreaking, and we're just playing with the numbers on it. However, in the current situation where we are at, what we do is we're looking at the buys and sells on the market, and the sales are a lot higher than the buys. The frequency of the sales is a lot higher than the buys. And that's not down to any selling action really by the nest holders. The nest holders is a minimal, we think is a minimal effect on it. Obviously, it still has a charting effect, but I don't think it's as much as the selling pressure caused by the arbitraging system between Trader Joe and Pangolin. So the arbitraging is actually creating sales every time the price goes down to arbitrage between Pangolin and Trader Joe. We feel that is causing negative price action. I think that's causing negative price action across the industry at the moment. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to be pausing. We're going to be pulling liquidity from Pangolin and pausing with them for the time being, and just operating back on Trader Joe, because we want to see whether that affects how the market is trading. Yeah.
So that's probably important to mention. Not everybody in here, we throw the term arbitrage around a lot, and some people may not know what that means. Can you explain what arbitrage is? Just a brief description on what that is.
So arbitrage is when you operate on 2 exchanges, the price between the buy and the sell is different on each exchange, because one may have a buy action on it and the other may have a sell action on it. And then what that does is that knocks the prices $2 to $3 apart. Now the bot goes and arbitrages the system to pull the value from one exchange to the other in order to maintain the balance on the price.
Okay. Thank you.
And we'll bring some people up towards the end. So if you've got further questions about arbitrage trading, because it is a lot to get your head around, feel free to pick Luke's brain. I'm going to politely step back when it comes to those questions. And that's why I asked the questions. So moving over to a question again for you, Luke. So we're going to hit you with a double whammy. New protocols will be rolling out and things take time. But how does the team plan on getting new investors currently with high sell pressure and a downward trend on the charts currently? That question's for you, Luke.
I was coughing. Sorry, I was coughing.
That's fine, buddy.
So things do take time, all right. And we're moving fast. We're moving really, really fast. And when we sit and quantify what we've achieved in 90 days, it's absolutely amazing. And it's quite unbelievable, really, because we're sitting here and we're all exhausted. We're all knackered. We're all working really hard. We're sitting here looking at what's been created. Now, we have a lot of projects under development, and those teams are working full steam ahead. They are powering through every day with the same work rate that Eric, I, and all of the management team are. We're constantly on it. Now, there's a lot of sell pressure at the moment, and we think we may have found part of the solution, and we think with V3 we may have found part of the solution, but that doesn't fix it in the immediate term. So we're still looking. So I mean, we're in a great place, which is good. We're in a really, really good place, and the token health is really strong. The liquidity pool is still up at like $6.2 million. That's really good, and that's stabilized there as well. That's not moved. So we're in a really good place as a token and in health, and with a lower price, the sustainability of the token is longer. So there's, it's actually a blessing in disguise, really, because it allows us to sustain for a longer period of time. Eric and I, we're not concerned about the price. We our focus is purely on the development of the protocols that are coming.
Phase 2.
Phase 2. We've spent the last month shaping out the team. We've got fantastic shape now. We've just made some significant, acquisitions. We've hired some fantastic members of the team now, and we're in a really, really, really strong place now to set and just go, and bring these to market. We've got some huge announcements lined up for Spectrum NFT, absolutely huge. And when we drop them, there's going to be parties. But we just take every step day by day now. We don't want to run before we can walk. We just want to ensure that everything is going as smoothly as possible. So as an investment vehicle, we've created something really powerful. And do you know what? If people aren't buying in, fair on them. That's their decision. And if they are, come and join us for the ride, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. We've got some fantastic stuff lined up in the future.
We sure do. We sure do. And talking about exciting stuff in the future, how do we ensure that is seen and heard by the world? Because as the CMO of marketing, I know we are building a powerful, powerful team. People want to know, when does the marketing push start? I personally would like to take this question, if that's okay, Eric, Luke.
Sure, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I've been waiting for this moment. 3 months in, my first question.
Oh man, you'll nail it.
We've already started. And that's it. That's what I can say. We've already started. I can say that I'll give everyone some tangible things to grab onto. So we've got a social media manager. That's number one. You should see that presence already on Twitter. One of the big things is we want to make sure that almost every tweet gets responded to. It becomes one of our greatest tools for customer support. It's also an opportunity for us to educate people who maybe were sitting on the fence, or even in the future, eventually change their mind about us. But more importantly, we want to make sure that all the good things that are spoken about within these rooms, the rest of the world can hear. On top of that, Luke already alluded to the number of meetings he has within these 4 days. That's marketing as well. Shaking hands in the real world also brings in new audiences. I have to be careful myself what I mention until the ink dries. But we are targeting non-crypto investors in the very near future. And so education is going to be a massive piece. Luke has already signed off on me saying this. I tweeted it out the other day. We're looking to bring on 30 team members in the marketing team over the next quarter, so the next 90 days. What does that mean? It means that we're building out a lot of channels. We're also supporting all our incubated projects, right? So we're not going to leave them hanging. We're not going to make sure PCC have a stellar marketing budget and team, and the whole world knows about us. because anyone that we invest in, albeit financially, will also get the full support of not just the community, but our skill set and resources from the team. So we're making sure that every extension of PCC is looked after, and that any gaps and mistakes made with us, and you can really call us PCC as the trailblazers, we're going to make sure that all the incubators that follow do not fall to any of the pitfalls that we've made with marketing and etc, etc, etc. And most recently, Luke has signed off on me going out and getting some rather large press releases in rather large publishers. So keep your eyes peeled, everyone, on monthly articles in notable publications. Again, what does this do for us? It stamps of authority, trust. And again, it only takes the one right reader to find out about what we're doing, to ask the right questions, to take us to the next level. So main priority right now is the boring part, developing standard operating procedures, SOPs. So as we bring in new team members, we're all beating from the same drum, we're all speaking with the same message. I hope I took my first question well. Eric, Luke, feedback? Oh, I've silenced him.
No. It was a good delivery. So, yeah, good job.
Thank you. I didn't say anything out of line. I haven't been fired for breaking an NDA, have I, Luke?
No, you nailed it. Nailed it. Well done.
I've learned, say a lot and say a little, you'll be fine. I got it.
Yeah, that's it. No, it's a really exciting place where we're at, and we've got grand visions. We've got good people driving it forward, and it's a joy to behold, man. Sometimes you just have to just take a second and stop and just look and go, yeah, man, okay, that's it, and then keep going. And yeah, we're loving every day. It's brilliant.
No doubt. And I guess just to bolster my first question up a little bit more, I'll jump ahead to centralized listing. Don't worry, not going to allude to anything. All I can say is I'm talking to the team right now about the withdrawal fee of the FIRE on the exchange. So take from that what you will. We're getting close to announcing it. We're now getting in the nitty gritty of transaction fee. Right, Eric, we're going to come back to you, buddy. Would be interesting to expand the holdings of PCC through business acquisitions around the world. It would. So to potentially form a network where Nest holders get some benefits or discounts, e.g. sponsored events and overall established brands. So Eric, are we in talks with any businesses around the world which we can offer discounts to our members?
Depends on what you're looking for in this answer. Yes, some. If you're looking for like an honorary Costco membership or something along those lines, no. We are working with some people in the entertainment business. Nothing we can discuss at this point where it may be beneficial for you to be a member, and you get certain, perks. Let's call them perks of being a member in those locations and situations. It's an interesting concept. We're also working on something that I really can't discuss a whole lot of details. I hate doing this to you guys. A whole lot of details we can't discuss yet because I don't want to give false promises if something falls through. But there is another one where that really is more than half of the purpose of its existence. So we are working on something that falls in line with that really well, and it's more than half the reason for that project's existence. It's going to give some benefits like that.
Nice. See what I said, everyone? Say a lot. Don't say little at the same time. But we understand, Eric, why you can't. But the good news is there's things happening, and we're optimistic that in the future, Nest holders will have benefits that will reach out. I mean, look, benefits already, things like Swapsicle, right? If you were holding a Nest or an NFT, you got it at a discounted rate on the pre-sale. Right, that's pretty awesome right there. And we're going to make sure that those benefits continue. And in terms of, the real world, I know this week we'll be announcing a real world utility of the FIRE token, which actually came without any of our input. But I don't want to steal the thunder away from that announcement, but that's coming this week. An announcement of an announcement. That's what marketing does well. And Luke, final question for you before we bring it to the audience. Starts off with, hi guys, I'm close to 5 nests. Fantastic job. Never sold any fire, except small quantities for AVAX fees. Any idea for sustainability? Now, I know, Eric, you've already touched upon this, but here was our idea. Laddered taxes rewarding compounders. For example, claim after 14 days, 0% tax. And claim after 7 days, 20% tax. And as you can imagine, it scales as you claim more frequently. So, Luke, thoughts on taxing claims? Specifically when it relates to claiming within a shorter time period.
Luke, you're on mute if you're talking.
Oh, you're coughing again, buddy.
Oh, mate, I was chatting away to myself.
Oh, it was beautiful. You can't even recreate it now, can you?
No, I can't. I do.
Oh, man, I hate when that happens.
Oh, man. All right. So it's a really good question. And it's something Eric and I discussed at length at the start. And we were both of the agreement of doing it or not. Because, we didn't want to tax people for getting their rewards out. But, we didn't want people hammering it all the time. And, so it's a good balance. So we are working on V3. We are investigating mechanisms that can incentivize things. So, yeah.
I love how vague we are, damn it.
I'm so nervous. Yeah.
It's upsetting.
It's upsetting.
It's cryptic. Don't worry.
Yeah. So yeah. V3 has 0. Well, I think I should say this. We're aiming for 0 cell pressure built in natively to V3. And we think we may have figured out a way to put in positive buy pressure instead of cell pressure.
Yeah.
So like not just to go neutral and say there's 0 cell pressure now in the project. Now we actually have like a little uptick on the back end where we actually create buy pressure every time a nest is created.
We wanted to support the growth.
Yeah.
And maintain it because we want to see how that works. We've toyed around with the tokenomic quite a bit. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, cool. If this works, this will be bloody brilliant. So we're testing it now, just toying with it. And I think V3 is going to be exciting. I'm excited.
I am too. It's really an exciting time. The V3 stuff is really, when you pull together the team that we have, and it's really important to put this on the team because it's a team effort, and we have built. That's probably the best thing that you and I have done, Luke, in the short time that we've been doing this. Is we've built a stellar team of really, really smart people, and when they put their heads together to come up with a solution to stuff, I'm blown away at some of the concepts that get introduced. Now, some of them are a little okay. That looks good on the surface. Let's explore what that looks like in a production environment. Oh, that doesn't work. Okay, cool. So we can math it out and see the model breaks or something. But the amount of talent that we've managed to pull together has been jaw-dropping, eye-opening, amazing. And the stuff that we get to come up with in those collaboration rooms is impressive. So there's a lot of really cool, innovative stuff for V3 that I don't think anybody else in this space has even talked about, considered, maybe not even thought about. We might be the first.
Yeah, I think in crypto we're about to hit some firsts, man. I think we're going to hit some big firsts. And well, it's the team is the key here, right? And whenever I was looking at a crypto project, the first thing I'd look at was the team, right? And I'd do my research and I'd be like, what are they about? And the team we've got here, man, I love it. We have professionals and experts in every single department, every single one, and they are not just experts; they're innovators, and they're pushing themselves to be the best. When they say, like, how do we do it? We're like, listen, man, just imagine it was like your dream role, like, and you had freedom to create that into what it needs to be, and then that's what they're doing. And this company is growing in a massively wonderful way.
Yep.
It's pulsing, man. It's pulsing.
So, I mean, it's probably worth mentioning, Luke. I'm going to make an announcement that it's going to be, like Jordan says, say a little, but say a lot. We have actually, talking about earlier, the contracts between the corporations and making sure the ink's dry. That alludes to a lot of contract signing. And to do that more efficiently, Luke and I have interviewed and we've brought on internal legal counsel that's actually on payroll working for Phoenix Community Capital. So that will start to hopefully speed up. Hopefully, we'll see. But just want to put it out there that we've hired more people in the team to help speed that process along.
It puts us in a really fortunate position where we have someone who operates within the legal system, you know, working for us and working for Phoenix Community Capital's best interests and getting that set up, you know, in the best way possible. As we move and migrate into more incubated projects and then bringing more things to market, there's a lot of legwork that needs to be done. So to have that to hand is amazing. We've got a good team, haven't we, Eric?
The best, man. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't believe it. The best. Okay, I think that's the last announcement I wanted to make was that that you guys should see stuff moving along. I wouldn't say faster than what we can't make stuff happen in like 24 hours in most cases, but let's just say it helps grease the skids a little bit and remove some of the friction if we have dedicated staff, people looking at those things for us. So Luke and I are very conscious about scaling up and scaling out so that we can meet demands. I think that's it for the question portion and announcements. We start taking people up here, Jordan.
Let all chaos reign free. I think
okay, this is the fun part.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is my best bit, man.
That's I love this part. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Awesome. Well, to begin with, just to lay the settings. One question, please, everyone. Sorry to be that guy. One question. We've got 5 minutes. We've got 6 people in the waiting line. So let's see if we can get through everyone. So we'll start with Mr. Metz. We'll give you a couple of seconds to accept the request, Mr. Metz. Otherwise, by the time I finish notifying you of your request.
So there is a green bar that pops up across the top. If you've never gone up on stage on Discord before, there is a pop-up toward the top of the screen where you have to tap that button and accept. And that's as much time as you're probably going to get. Sorry.
And he disappeared.
I was really trying to buy for time.
I could see you were doing that. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Next we have S-Vix. S-Vix, the stage is yours.
What's up?
Hey, guys.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, man.
Good. Glad to be back on again. I was had a couple questions for you guys last time, so I figured I'd continue and see what you guys have to say.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Happy.
So my question is, so I understand the concept of the investing part. So I want to dig a little bit deeper into the fact that I understand, okay, it takes 10 fire to create a nest. But the initial investment, for example, are there plans is that pretty much just frozen? Because from my understanding is that you are not able to pull that out at any given point, right? Your total, for example, you guys have well over 30,000 nests by now. So if you're actually looking at it from an average point of view, that's well over $100 million. Is that just stuck somewhere frozen? What is, I'm trying to get a better idea of what is happening with the initial investment. Is that ever going to be able to be pulled out, or is that like, what happens with the initial investment? Am I clear on that?
No, you're clear. You're clear. Yeah. So, yep. So it's a capital purchase, not a capital investment. And it's because the initial investment goes in several different places. If you look at the breakdown in the chart that we had released a couple of months ago, you see part of it goes into the reward pool to pay out future rewards, and then another part of it goes to the treasury, and then part of it goes to liquidity. So it's not really. When you say it's $100 million, there's not $100 million sitting somewhere.
No. What happens is basically the buy of the token creates the sell of the token. Okay, so the token interacts on the liquidity pool. That's separate from the reflection. The liquidity pool is where the buy and sell happens, and the buy-in creates the liquidity. So on the back end of this, we have the reflection token, and that gets split into the reward, the treasury, and then we do the sell for the liquidity pool as well to keep that liquidity pool growing. Now, the treasury element goes into fire. Now we've not done a lot of selling of fire because we haven't needed to. We've only sold up to what we need to create the projects that we've got, and we see that the return on investment of these projects can get to those figures to sustain this, and it's a really bullish statement. But you know what, we're looking at it and we're going, this can be done, because everyone went DeFi as a service because they went into other protocols, and we just went, why don't we just create the other protocols, and then just offer them as well, and just offer the world-class protocols. You know, we're bringing Spectrum NFT to market, and we plan to go head to head with the big boys. Like we're charging there. We're bringing I've got some crazy conversations this week with some crazy people to secure some crazy partnerships, man.
It's stuff that we wish we could talk about right now, but damn. There's been a couple of jaw-dropping moments even for us the last couple of days. Just like, wait, what? Are you serious?
Are you serious? Like, really?
Yeah. So we have discussed it, what you're talking about, like internally, like, you know, let's say you wanted to, I use a Southern term because I'm from the US and I was, you know, born and raised in the South. So it's a term we call cut bait. Like, you know, when you're fishing and you just can't reel it in, or you got stuck on something, you just cut your bait, cut the line, leave the bait in the water, is what it is, and you just take a loss. So if you wanted to cut bait, we have been experimenting with a concept of a nest buyback or some type of system like that. We haven't come up with anything solid, but I will say it's something that we have talked about, and leave it at that. That's just, it's been a discussion topic. You're not the first person to ask about, you know, could you ever get that back out if you decided you didn't want it, or is it tradable and transferable and all that other stuff? So you're not the first one to come up with it as a question in these conversations, and it's something that we have discussed, but we haven't made any decisions or final suggestions on what the direction we're going to do, if any. It may not change at all. So as of right now, it has been discussed.
Okay, got it. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that.
Yep, no problem.
Pleasure speaks. Have a great day, man.
Yeah, you too, guys.
Ciao for now, King. And next up is Acito Reghetto. Spanish, Italian?
Hey.
Have I butchered that?
That's good. Can you guys hear me?
We can. How you doing?
Yes, welcome to the show.
It's a Cetto Regretto. It's Italian. Very good, Jordan. Very good. I'm quite surprised. My mother's from Birmingham, though, so I'm half and half.
Beautiful.
Okay, so I don't have a question. I just want to say God bless you guys. And you know, I'm a stay-at-home dad only because of you guys. My wife is about to give birth, not yet, not fully titled. I just want to let you know the ripple effects that you're going to have on people's lives. And I'm not the only one. There's dozens. I can properly raise my child now, properly. And the fruits of that good teachings, what she'll do 20 years from now, God willing, this project's still around. But even if it's not, the fact that I can do this is unbelievable. You have to understand what you're doing is unbelievable. Okay. And I just want to tell you that. God bless you. And I love all you guys. Okay. And that's it. That's all I want to say.
Grazie.
Thank you so much. Yeah. And to speak on the topic of being here in 20 years, that's the idea. The corporation will be running for a very, very long time.
Perfect.
Yeah. It's not a quick in and out crypto project.
You know what? I'll be completely honest with you. I'm a God fearing man. I have reason to believe that God led me to you for a reason, and since He has, everything has been working out like clockwork. I don't really care about the price. I'm not a greedy man. Just as long as I can buy some food at the end of the month, pay some bills, it's really nice. It's really nice. It's nice that I can develop a proper good relationship with my child so that he or she can grow up to be a good, a responsible adult. And really, you have to understand, you, even though you'll never meet this person, you are part of that. So I want you guys to know that when you go to bed at night, just ponder that. Okay.
Thank you, man.
No problem.
Appreciate that.
You can't see me, but I'm smiling from ear to ear.
Good,
brother,
good.
brother, you made
That's
me
why
cry.
I wanted to
Thank
let you guys know. I want to let you know that you're changing lives. Okay. So, anyways, I don't know how to get off this thing, but yeah, you can just move to the next person.
I don't want you
Man,
to
we
leave.
love you. We
Oh,
love you.
fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Take that all in for a second. 1 second, Strong Ape. 1 second. That was beautiful. Okay, hit us with your question, Strong Ape. Woo.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Yes,
you. Welcome to the show.
Cool. Yeah, I don't really have a question either. I just wanted to share a little anecdote. So today, myself and Elaine, who's also in the Discord, we were fired from our jobs um, alongside 100 other employees. So yeah, the business owners kind of pulled a rug pull in real life. This was a real life job. I was the head of trade. She was the head of finance. So like really high up in the company. And yeah, the business owners just completely rugged everyone, didn't pay anyone for this month. And that's the situation we're in now. So I just wanted to say danger is out there everywhere. It's not just crypto. Bad people are bad people. And we kind of knew that these people were bad people for quite a long time. We've worked there for 8 years. But I just wanted to say the professionalism and the integrity and the honesty that we've seen in the fire team, it's completely different to how we've dealt with the business owners of our company. And the only reason we're not completely fucked right now is because we have fire nests. So that's going to be able to pay the bills. Otherwise, we would be completely fucked. We take home 6K and 5K, which is a lot of money, and we've got a lot of bills to pay. And yeah, we were completely rugged today from our real life jobs. And yeah, the only reason we're still going right now is because of fire. And yeah, we trust you guys 100%. And yeah, that was it.
You know, I love the fact that you call it a real life rug because it is what it is.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. They just took all the money and they rugged it.
Man, that's
Wow.
savage.
That's awful.
Absolutely savage. Are you okay?
Yeah, literally we're good, but literally only because of fire. That's the only reason. Otherwise, we would be completely screwed right now. So yeah, we are good.
I love that, man. No, thank you. Thank you. And thank you for your kind words. And if you want to pick up with me, send me a DM. I'd like to talk to you further.
Yeah, same here.
Thanks,
same here.
Yeah, man. Yeah. No,
thanks,
thank
guys.
you
I
so
appreciate
much,
that.
man. No,
actually, Luke, I don't know if your DMs are open to people who aren't your security settings.
Send me a friend request. Send me a friend request.
Yeah, mine are open. So yeah. I should probably not say that in front of an audience of 520. Yeah,
Eric's are open.
That's well, shit.
No, thanks, guys. I really appreciate that. And as I said, my other friend is Elaine. She's in the Discord as well. So yeah, thanks a lot, guys.
Man. Get Elaine to message us as well, please.
Yeah, she's awesome.
100%.
I will do. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Pleasure.
Yeah, I said that, and now I'm getting messages. Good job, guys.
I'm getting
Vance is telling him all as well. Vance is not throwing them down. What's up, Blanco?
Oh, that's funny.
What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Very good. Yourself?
I'm doing really good. I just have a question for you guys. You know, it's just about it's really like how can a person like me, you know, help you guys more? Like I would really like the help even more. Like besides just helping you guys on Twitter and stuff like that, what can we do as like regular people to help this community just get better?
That's a good question, man. I don't know what more we can ask out of our community. especially with stories like those. It's made me emotional. You guys are brilliant, and Eric and I are so fortunate, to have you supporting us. We don't know your special skills, but if you have any skills that you are like the best in the world at, let us know, because that's what we want. And everyone has a skill that they're the best at. Let us know your skill. And I'll tell you now, we've got some stars in our team, and some of those stars have come from our mod team as well. Our mods are amazing, and some of them have worked into integral roles in our business as well, and are pushing forward ideas themselves. So everyone has the ability to grow in our community, and our team. And if you believe in your project and you love it, and we can help, damn right we'll help, man. But let us know what you can do. Yeah.
Thank you. Just wanted to ask you guys this, and just letting you guys that I love you all. Thanks for what you're doing. Keep it up.
Love you too, Blanco. Thank you, bro.
Thank you very much. Yes. What a day of just, wow.
I didn't expect this.
None of the
Thank you,
haters
guys.
wanted to come up and talk today, apparently.
No.
And that's one thing, I think being open, we're humans up here, believe it or not. Sometimes we really are. And as much as we are trying to push things forward, yeah, it's messages like that remind us that when we go to bed tonight, we're carrying a whole family here. Dream State, you are last. You definitely aren't least.
Long time no talk to. How you been?
I know. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you fantastic.
Hey, how you doing?
It works. Yeah.
Yes, it works. It works. Yeah, we haven't talked to you in a couple of months, or at least I haven't. How you been?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. I didn't want to disturb you guys. I'll just leave you to work.
No, you're always good, man.
I'm going to be a bit cheeky and ask two questions, because one's from the community and everyone's asking. So one, if you've identified the pangolin, anyway, that whatever that is, because I've not really paid attention to that, is part of the reason for some of the sell pressure. And you mentioned you're going to pause it. Roughly what timescales are you looking at for that? And then my second question is, people are asking roughly when version 3 contract is probably going to be introduced. So I know you can't give dates, but maybe days, weeks, months.
Wednesday for pangolin.
For pangolin.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Everybody's jaw just hit the floor like, what? Wednesday? V3?
Wednesday.
No. Wednesday for
Wednesday
pangolin.
for pangolin.
Yeah.
V3, we're probably about 3 weeks away, maybe.
Sweet.
That's going to be the post on Twitter now. Eric said Wednesday.
Oh,
I
man.
was looking at the chart, and I was like, whilst we was on this ANA, and I was looking at when Pangolin went live, and then looking at the red bars, and I was like, oh, there might be some correlation there. But, you guys have all done the work, so good stuff on trying to identify what's causing it. Because I don't believe it is everyone in the community just dumping their fire and selling out and taking, being naughty, so to speak.
No, we've been monitoring it very, very closely, and, it was when we were sure of what it was, we took action. And we made that decision about 2-3 days ago now, and we were just straightening it out with pangolin, because it's not a bad thing, but it's obviously a problem for the reflection scene.
Yeah. And then just to finish on a nice note, since I am the last person to take liberty here, but I just wanted to thank you guys as well. Back on the back of what Strong Ape has said about jobs, my company I've been is ravaged by all the COVID and pandemic in terms of our finances, and it's been a bumpy 2 years of bailouts after bailouts, and because we're a public sector company, and actually it's been a very anxious time for 2 years, and I've now managed to put away 6 months worth of savings. So if something does go wrong with my job, I'm okay. But just that weight off my shoulders has just been immense for me. So thank you guys for that. And now I'm compounding because I want to pay my mortgage off now. But yeah,
go on.
big dreams now.
Give us 6 months.
Yeah. You can't understand, having that relief of that kind of pressure off my shoulders has just been so great to have. So thank you.
No, you're welcome. And thank you as well, because, we were talking when we were setting this up, and I know the struggles that you've been facing, and that is the best news. Thank you so much for letting me know, because that's amazing. Well done.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I'll leave you to it because we're way over time. So yeah.
No, you're good.
We've done worse. This is not too bad. We're like 15 minutes over. It's all right.
Okay.
Marvelous. So, with that parting note, I also want to give a massive thank you to our moderators. I just saw in the general chat. By all means, I give them their DAPs, privately. We have calls twice a week, and I have an open door, and I let them tell me what they need to do their job better. But I understand whilst we are busy building, they're on the ground dealing with emotions. Emotions which we all do understand, right? We really do emphasize. It takes a lot. And so for all our mods, you know who you are. Your names are capitalized with mod in front. Thank you for all the hard work. We see and that we don't see as well. The community really do appreciate it. It's evident because without our mods, I don't think 89% of what we're doing would be communicated. And we never want you to be overlooked. Eric, any parting words for you, sir?
No, not really. Just go out in the world and do great things and be good to each other. Like Bill and Ted said, just be excellent to one another.
Just be kind. Just be kind. Things are good. Phoenix Community Capital is growing strong. We're moving in a fantastic direction. We've made a decision on an action that we're going to take, and we're going to tell you guys now. At the beginning, Eric and I were concerned about these projects growing too big, too quick, being unsustainable at the top. So we thought, actually, do you know what? Maybe we could just one day close the door. So we've decided that with PCC, there's going to be a finite number of places. There's going to be a finite number of nests. When that number of nests is reached, the door is shut. Now we're just toying around with the number. We're not 100% sure on it. We don't know whether to go a bit more short term or a bit more long term. We're just running more calculations. However, we wanted to let you know that when the door is shut, and then we'll be working on our investments from Spectrum NFT and Swapsicle and all of the other projects that we're bringing to market until the end of PCC's fire round.
Yep. So just get comfortable with the concept that this isn't going to go on forever. It's not going to grow to this ridiculously large number of nests. The math doesn't scale on it. So like Luke said, we haven't figured out the number yet, but get used to the idea that there is going to be a shut off, and we will announce it before. It won't be one of those things where it just happens one day and like, oh shit, I didn't realize today was the day. We'll make an announcement when we've decided where that target is.
Yeah.
I think if you look in the general chat.
What's the general chat doing?
What's the general chat doing?
You've ruined people already with that.
Yeah, I mean, so the idea is like, it's like Noah and the Ark, right? Get the animals on board and then come join the ride with the rest of us.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I personally would love, as CMO, to ask everyone to post a door on Twitter. Just post a door on Twitter. Maybe tag us. Let people think what they want to think. Just post a door and tag Phoenix_FI.
There's some really good posts already on the Discord general chat. Looks right good.
Now. Just a door and tag Phoenix Fine and let people guess what they want to guess.
That's it. It's coming. It was a strong choice, but we've made it. We're obviously looking into it. If there's people that don't want their nests, we'll be looking into buybacks. We're just looking into that. So if you want off the ride, let us know. We'll do a buyback. That's fine. Message me, have a chat. But we're moving forward. We're going to be shutting the door eventually, finite number of nests, and then we're going to be running this powerhouse and seeing what we can get out of it. And then let's see what we can do. I'm here to change the world. I don't know about you guys, but I wake up every day and I think, all right, what we've got to do today, and I've got a spring in my step, and I'm loving every second of this. Every single member of this team is loving every second of it. We're working hard, we are grafting, but we're loving it because we know what we're striving to achieve. And when we achieve it, it's going to be nice. It's going to be nice. Yeah, man. We love all of you guys. We've got some great things coming up over the next few weeks. The announcements are going to be brilliant. I'm looking forward to seeing how you react to them all. But yeah, man. Anything to add, Eric?
Nope, that was it. That was our last little announcement. So, not financial advice, but if you guys are concerned about maximizing your future profitability and you really believe in what we're doing here, maybe now's not a good time to be selling. Not financial advice.
You really got to do this at the end of these AMAs. I warned everyone at the beginning. No one would have heart palpitations, sleepless nights after the last one. Luke, I'm not allowing you to speak at the end. You know that.
Why?
What do you mean, why? Take a look in some of the channels.
I think it's nice to let people know that good things are coming. I feel sorry for our mods.
I know.
It's brilliant. We're not going to drop bombs like this every week. Don't get used to it. But for now, while we're working and moving forward, we're gonna make sure that it's going to be fun and it's going to be profitable. So yeah, we love you all. Thank you for telling us your stories tonight. It's really, really humbling to hear. It really is. But you guys are why we're here and why we do what we do. And we're going to constantly strive to continue to operate at such a phenomenal level. So yeah, thanks for coming. Have a lovely evening.
Enjoy.
Ciao, everyone.